It is finally here, and I was put into shambles. I was so enthralled, this video is a whole day late. It's December 1st, but that's right, we've finally gotten the caves and the cliffs of the Caves and Cliffs update. And so much has changed about our favorite block game, so let me be your guide. This is the Caves and Cliffs 1.18 update, so let's dive in. Now, wordplay aside, I am going to break down all the changes coming to Minecraft in 1.18 in fairly quick succession for you, and all under 5 minutes, so we've got a lot to cover, and I hope you're buckled up and ready to join me as I break it down for you and take you on a journey through all these enchanting new caves and high peak cliffs, and Mojang's outdone themselves, so I hope you enjoy this enchanting little ride. Now first, I wanted to say that when I say caves and cliffs, I mean caves and cliffs. Mountains have gotten a total overhaul in this update, combining the mountain biome update from 2017's biome mode, and just wow, these are some really high peak mountains. In fact, of the 8 new biomes added into Minecraft, 4 of them are all related to the new mountains. Above ground you have the grove biome, meadow biomes, lofty peaks, snow-capped peaks where you're going to run into a majority of powdered snow, a new natural trap added into 1.18, and stony peaks where the goats are most common, and snowy slopes which run between the groves and snowy peaks, and leather boots are going to be a must to traverse this area. That's right, leather boots are getting a new added ability. Basically, they'll let you stand onto snowier snow, also known as powdered snow, which will otherwise make you sink, and if you sink, you'll start to freeze to death. So, you know, who knew? Quicksand in Minecraft. Underground, we got something a little different. We got dripstone caves, which you can kind of see dotting the landscape here, as they do often come up as fissures in the ground. We've got lush caves, as you saw earlier, which will now be the only place that you can get an axolotl that naturally spawns, and we have aquafire caves, which, as you'll see, form at different Y levels, but are basically giant pools of water that are often going to be the best places to look for ore, and that's because mining in general is getting an entire overhaul with this update, as the generation of caves overall is being updated into something called noise caves, which have various different food-related versions. And no, I'm not kidding, they take the original name of noise caves from the idea of TV static, that if you smudge it, you'll start to see cave systems, and from there they expand off into cheese caves and spaghetti caves, and these are just basically 2 different types of caves. One, like Swiss cheese, has lots of little holes, and one, like spaghetti, is the more elongated version of a cavern that you can follow along its path. These then mix and match and combine into what is known as a combined cave system, and that is how the new generation works. And aquafires come out of this because both dripstone itself will always make natural pools of water underneath it, but also we're getting natural water levels. And in part, this seems to be part of a plan to get greater mob diversification in the caverns, and also as a way to have giant sweeping areas of water and lava. My reference to mob spawning is a briefly tried out stint where only drowned would spawn in these aquifying caves down below the surface, but this has since been removed and will be revisited at a later time. But still a pretty cool idea. Now, my reference to ores being very important to aquifires is something entirely different. Ores now more readily generate in the open air of caves, and specifically in aquifires underneath the water. And ores in general now have specific corresponding Y levels with which you'll get the best results at, as you can see in this chart. And this ore change really makes sense with how deep the world is now. No, for real, watch this. I'm gonna dig straight from this base height down to the bottom of the world in bedrock, and it will take me a while. Namely because now Y levels go down to -64, below what used to be bedrock 0. This gives me time though to explain a new mechanic in mining called ore veins, so you can find a lot of a material in one location, specifically with things like iron and copper. What this all means for the player though is there's no longer a Y11 one-size-fits-all strip mining approach. Oh, we just hit deep slate, only 64 levels to go, but this now means that you can target specific ores at different Y levels, which is an interesting new mechanical approach. I mean, it really forces the player to have to actually have multiple mines and really think about mining a bit more. Oh, look, we're done. So as you can see, the world is certainly very deep now with untold depths to explore, but additionally, while I'm down in this deep pit, I ought to let you know that light levels have also changed. Now, mobs will no longer spawn in light levels above 0. Previously, they would spawn in light level 7 and below, so mood lighting is now a lot more possible for your build. There's also a whole new album of music being added for the ambient music of Minecraft by the wonderful Lena Rain, who also did the music for the Nether update, and there's a new disc, so let's give that a listen while I drop from the new world height. That's 7 seconds of falling straight from the world height down. 7 seconds! That's insane. But other than a few achievements that I'll let you figure out on your own, like, you know, trading with a villager at Y320, that'll be it for 1.18. Mixed with all the new things from 1.17, this has been an astounding update, and I encourage you to try it out. There's also some technical things that I've left out, like seed parity between Java and Bedrock, and terrain blending with old worlds has been overhauled to allow for a fairly seamless update, but otherwise, I've been Napoleon the 7th. If this video has been at all helpful for you or entertaining, I'd appreciate it if you took the time to subscribe. It's absolutely free. I kept it under 5 minutes, so I'd say I at least upheld my end of the bargain. But if you like this video at all, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, or come check me out over on Twitch every Monday and Friday, 4:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now, and remember, adventure's out there.